This year's motto for SAF-HOLLAND at IAA Transportation 2024 is for better transportation. We want to highlight with this motto the partnerships that we are enforcing, the technology in terms of innovation for sustainability, but also the improved safety that we want to highlight here for our customers on the show in 2024. The show is quite important for us this year because we had a lot of acquisitions over the 2 last years. So started all with the Halex integration that we took over roughly 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, Halex still had their own booth at the IAA Transportation, and this year you'll find all the Halex products here at our booth. We also had takeover of the IMs Group, our former distributor in the Benelux, that brought on also some steering systems that we have now in our portfolio. We took over Techma Axles from northern Italy about 3 months ago, and last but not least, the Assali Stefan group, also from northern Italy, where we show all this portfolio now here on our booth, on the SAF-HOLLAND booth. If we look at the different product displays that we have, I counted through before we started, 13 product displays overall, and 7 of those 13, so more than 50%, have not been here 2 years ago. So it's quite an extension of the product range, as said, with all the Halex products, from the air disc brakes for trucks and trailers, from the trailer EBS, but also the new axle companies that I mentioned, is quite an extension of the product range which we offer to our customers. Yeah, so you mentioned mainly 2 big mega trends. It's the digitization and it's the electrification. Electrification has been a topic already 2 years ago, I have to say. It has increased attention due to the legislational changes in Europe. It's mainly the VECTO legislation that is coming up that is accelerating the developments on this side. On the electrification, I have to say I'm quite happy that we started off early. Not on the truck R that we show here now. We started off with the E-driven axle, so really a driven axle for trailers. It was a cooperation with a trailer OE that was looking for those solutions. And we took that know-how from that development and switched it to what we call the truck R, the recuperation, that is in combination for the reefer, so for the cool trailers to run electrified reefer units. That's the main business that we're looking at the moment. And given the fact that we started that early, we can show now on our booth really a serial product that is just coming out of our production. It's not prototype state. It's a serial product that we're delivering now already to 150 trailers. We have equipped with that. We have experience of 2.7 million kilometers of that axle. And if I look at competition, this is quite unique. It differentiates us quite a bit from our competitors. If I look at the digitization, here's where Halex has helped us quite a bit. If you look at the old SAF portfolio, we know welding, we know steel, because that's what an axle is all about. So here the mechatronics know-how that came on board with the Halex acquisition and the footprint we have there in the trailer EBS really helped us to tackle now these topics also on other development projects like the automated coupling, where we do for automated driving, there's an electronics unit in there. In the past, we had to give this to outside development partners. This is really something we can do now internally. We keep the knowledge in-house, can profit from the Halex know-how that was brought on board, and that's really a major milestone for us. I think you can see how SAF-HOLLAND, not only on a product side, developed over the past years, but the pure size of the company gives us the opportunity to do things from a backbone point of view, from corporate development point of view, that maybe in the past we didn't have the size to do so. So we started now, as you mentioned, the inauguration and the build-up of a technology center in India. We opted for Puna. not only because we have York, which is based in Pune, but decided for a city center location in Pune, so about a half an hour away from our plant, because Pune is the perfect place to build a technology center. You see other big players being based in Pune with technology centers. It's because there's great universities, there's good talent, there's the know-how that is needed to build up those things. We started in Pune now about a month ago with the technology center and the inauguration, especially to enhance our software development capabilities. We need that for the stuff we mentioned, the trailer EBS, the AI, predictive maintenance that is, is coming more and more, and we need software know-how, and that's what we find in Pune. So use Pune for the software development, to collaborate also with our development center in Myra in the UK, where Halex is based for the development, not only do software development, but also do global CAE support, for example, having IT people for our global IT backbone in India. So it's really a good ground to grow these activities in the future. There is local differentiation or regional differentiation between the technologies, especially on the excellent suspension side. Where we see more assimilation is on all the electronic side, all the safety products. If you take a trailer EBS, we see that this is, in Europe for many years we have the EBS regulation. We see that there's also now cybersecurity regulations hitting in Europe. There is software update management regulations coming up in Europe. And we see how this standard, little by little, is then rolled out. First, maybe on special applications like tanker trailers or like specialty vehicles. But seeing now EBS going to China, we see increased safety regulations also in the US. Also there, the switch from the drum brake to the air disc brake. So yes, we see some assimilation of technology that maybe in one region has gone to a certain level of distribution, then going also to other regions. And for sure, as a global player, as we are now, it gives us growth potential, gives us opportunity to take that technology, maybe to adapt it in the one or the other aspect to regional requirements, but to grow with that then also globally. I think in the commercial vehicle industry, it's quite brutal. If there's no customer value add in terms of a business case, then there's no reason to go into technologies. It's different than in the passenger car industry, where we all look for maybe comfort aspects or, personal gusto. Doesn't happen in the commercial vehicle industry. The commercial vehicle industry is mainly based on business cases for the fleet operators. It's based on customer value add. And I think us as a technology provider and a technology leader, we have to innovate. This is where we have to differentiate from the competitors that are coming in from other parts of the world. If we don't innovate, if we don't leverage the good customer service and customer context that we have, this is where we need to differentiate in order to be successful in the next 5 to 10 years.